Few names in high-stakes gaming elicit as much intrigue and affection as Archie Karas. His story is one of incredible highs and tragic lows, a roller coaster ride through the world of gambling that has captivated millions of people. Archie Karas' journey from rags to riches and back is a cautionary tale about hubris, luck, and the never-ending quest of the ultimate gamble. So, where did it all start from? Born in Greece in 1950, Archie Karas departed from his home country at the age of 15. Karas' initial gambling activities involved shooting marbles to get money for food. Karas fled to the United States following a disagreement with his father. Karas' father, who was a construction worker, hurled a shovel at the then-teenage Karas, narrowly missing his 15-year-old son's head. Archie left his home and went to work as a waiter on a ship, where he stayed until the ship arrived in Portland, Oregon. After coming to the United States, Archie relocated to Los Angeles. The 17-year-old started working as a waitress at a neighborhood restaurant near a bowling alley and a pool hall. Karas began playing pool in his spare time, eventually becoming skilled enough to frequently defeat opponents for money. After running out of pool players willing to put up money, Karas began playing poker in California card rooms. But this is where things started to change for good. Over the course of the next 2 decades, Karas earned more than $2 million at the poker tables. However, by the end of 1992, Karas' money had been nearly depleted due to high-stakes poker losses. Karas drove to Las Vegas in December 1992, carrying only $50.
So I was born 1950, and things were rough everywhere, especially in Greece, small country.
That journey to Nevada would culminate in possibly the greatest famous gambling winning streak of all time. By the time he arrived in Vegas, the then 42-year-old high-stakes gambler had changed his Greek name, Anargyros Karabourniotis, to Archie Karas. Karas would soon gain the nickname The Greek among Las Vegas's high rollers. Karas' adventure with gambling whale mythology began when he came to Las Vegas. At the Mirage, a friend lent him $10,000, and Karas quickly turned that tiny amount into what most people consider life-changing money. Karas refunded the $10,000 and more to his staker within hours of receiving the loan. A successful run at the high-stakes Raz tables enabled Karas to repay $20,000 to the guy who made the loan, while keeping $10,000 for himself. The Greek-American pool player then went back to his roots as a billiard hustler to increase his bankroll even more. Karas found a willing opponent for the 9-ball pool and agreed to play for $5,000 each game. Karas and this specific opponent played high-stakes billiards for nearly 3 months, with the stakes finally reaching $40,000 each match. The two players ceased battling in pool, with Karas earning a huge $1.2 million from the matches. The high-stakes game then moved to Binion's Horseshoe Poker Room. Karas grabbed another insane $3 million from his poker opponent. That opponent, who Karas has always referred to as Mr. X, eventually gave up. But Karas remained a regular at Binion's Horseshoe. He routinely sat with a whopping $5 million in front of him at Binion's poker tables, posing an open challenge to anyone. At this point, word spread across Las Vegas that Karas was looking to play poker at the biggest stakes. Looking for action, Karas discovered it in the shape of some of the top poker players of the day. Stu Ungar was the first big figure to go head-to-head with Karas. Ungar, now regarded as one of the best poker players of all time, was undoubtedly one of Karas' most formidable opponents in the early 1990s. Ungar received financial support from another poker legend, Lyle Berman. Ungar and Karas competed in heads-up Raz and 7-card stud, but Ungar exited after losing a huge $1.2 million in both games. Another person on the list of the best poker players of all time stood up next. Chip Reese was widely regarded as the world's top cash game player at the time, yet he could not beat Karas. Playing limit poker games at $8,000 to $16,000 stakes, Reese faced a devastating loss of more than $2 million to The Greek. World Series of Poker main event champions Puggy Pearson, Johnny Moss, Doyle Brunson, and Johnny Chan all faced Karas over a 6-month period. Karas emerged from the matches with an insane $17 million bankroll, with only Chan and Brunson able to compete against him throughout his extraordinary winning streak.
You know, you win, you pay the price. You lose, you pay the price. Nothing is for free.
During Karas' hot streak, even WSOP stars couldn't make a difference in his bankroll. The poker challengers stopped coming up, and Karas transitioned from the poker tables to the next stage of his gambling career. Karas following hit the craps tables, where the Greek-American gambler proceeded to build his bankroll against all odds. Binions capped Karas's craps wagers, allowing him to wager up to $100,000 every roll. This limit was occasionally increased to $200,000. But Karas's ability to maintain a winning streak caused the casino to reduce the limit back to $100,000. A 1994 issue of Cigar Aficionado magazine includes a feature article on Karas, who at the time was at the peak of the greatest known hot streak in gambling history. "What most gamblers make in their whole life, I gamble in one roll of the dice," Karas said in the Cigar Aficionado piece. "Unless the casinos decide to raise their limits after I'm gone, I don't think anyone will ever gamble more than I have. I'm the biggest ever." Karas once owned every Binion's Horseshoe $5,000 chip in the house. He had dominated the WSOP champs and the downtown Las Vegas craps table, amassing $40 million in prizes. Every day he drove about with millions of dollars in his automobile and was almost always accompanied by security. However, everything changed in a blink of an eye. Before we continue, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more poker content. Archie Karas' huge $40 million bankroll was reduced to barely $1 million in 3 weeks in 1995. The downswing began with a whopping $11 million in craps losses, followed by a devastating $2 million heads-up poker loss to Chip Reese. Baccarat took an even larger slice out of Karas' money. Karas suffered his most significant defeat of his career at the high-stakes Baccarat tables, losing $17 million to the house in record time. After the destructive $30 million collapse, Karas took a short break from his gambling profession and returned to Greece. When he returned to Nevada, Karas returned to the Baccarat and craps tables. He was unable to rekindle his high roller winning streak, losing everything except his last $1 million. Karas returned to his former home of Los Angeles and put the remaining $1 million to the test. The Bicycle Club hosted a $1 million heads-up poker freeze-out, pitting Karas against Johnny Chan and Lyle Berman. Karas won the poker game, tripling his money to $2 million. But it didn't last that long, and within a few days, the Greek had lost it all at the high-limit Baccarat and craps tables. While Karas never again surpassed the insane $40 million winnings milestone in his gaming career.
It's a lot of money if you win, but there's a lot of pressure, and they don't want you to win, because that's how they make their living. They don't want you to make a living off.
His desire to live the high roller lifestyle persisted. After the run finished, Karas went on to win 7 figures at the Horseshoe, the Desert Inn, and the Gold Strike. Karas appeared as a featured player on ESPN's coverage of the 2008 World Series of Poker. From 2004 until 2013, he made infrequent appearances at the WSOP and other Las Vegas poker tournaments, winning in No Limit Texas Hold'em, 7-Card Stud, Raz, and other poker variants. While Karas' hot streak is the stuff of gambling legends, the way he got his riches is clearly questionable.
You know, you win, you pay the price. You lose, you pay the price.
Karas was accused of cheating at casinos multiple times throughout his life, and several of these episodes resulted in arrest. The most notable of these instances occurred in San Diego in 2013. He was seen marking cards at the blackjack table at the Barona Casino, and he was arrested in Las Vegas a few days later. Karas' arrest proved costly, and he was placed on the Nevada Gaming Control Board's blacklist as a result. Karas will never be able to enter a Las Vegas casino again following his blacklisting by Las Vegas gambling regulators. While the run ended tragically, Karas' legendary hot run will live on in gambling lore indefinitely.
I'm old and I'm pretty sick now and broke. That's the bad coming.
Karas is currently in his 70s and supposedly lives in Las Vegas, where his daily activities are unclear. So, tragically but rightly, Karas' history includes spectacular highs as well as massive losses and lows, a criminal conviction, and a reputation for cheating. And that's something that can never be changed. Let us know what your thoughts are on this in the comments below. See you in the next one.